What's your question for tonight? Ready? Come a little closer. Here we are, Coach's Corner. Welcome. What's your question for tonight?
After watching Dr. Fauci's testimony, what were your thoughts?
Oh, wow. It was car crash TV. And we don't even own a television. But I did watch on my computer. Staring in the face of evil is all I'm gonna tell you. I will elaborate, but when I tell you, this dude, I can't even call him a human being. What, like, is this like the spawn of the devil? When you look up the word sociopath, psychopath, narcissistic, sycophant, monster, dude, like, you can look up them words and I can tell you that there won't be enough in there that explains this individual. Trust me when I tell you. This guy was pleading the fifth, even though he has been pardoned by the president, supposedly. But yet, he's reading off this monologue from his attorneys. I think there was about like 6 or 7 of them, and one of them had to be removed. It was oh man, wow, let me tell you. When someone does and goes to the nth degree to hurt the population, and remember this guy has been what do you call it? You might as well call him a baggage handler. It's like the equivalent of the cleanup man for the mafia. And when they need him to do certain things, he just quietly goes about his business. And it's like being a sniper or a silent killer. The thing that strikes me as really alarming is the fact that this individual really loved the limelight because he had never been in the limelight. He was the man behind the curtain for so long and has probably been in government since the 60s, probably throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, the pandemic or AIDS pandemic. He was all part of that. When he was pardoned, it went back to about 2013 or 14. You need to look that up. I can't exactly remember, so don't quote me on that. But the pardon seemingly goes back that far. And it is disturbing what this guy was doing with gain of function, right? Paying and funding all these different types of experiments around the world. Flies, mice, all that kind of stuff where, animals, dogs, where, what do they do? They create these flies. They put a cone over the dog's head, like corgis or something, and then they put the flies in there, and what do you think those flies made in a lab does to the poor dog, the puppy? What do you think it does? I don't want to get too graphic, but I think you do know what I'm talking about. It might sound like the stuff of movies, and I mean the stuff that fictional movies are made of. But this is real life. You are looking into the face of evil personified. And this individual, this monster, with a straight face, even though there were people behind him. One of the senators was asking for people to stand up if they were hurt by COVID. Did you lose your job? Did you have to close your business down? Were you someone that was forced out of your job because you wouldn't take a vaccine? They stood up and he asked Fauci, will you at least turn around and face these people and apologize? And what does he do? Like a robot, he goes into pleading the Fifth Amendment. This monster got rich off of this whole COVID thing. The saddest part of this, he will never see a day in hell. And he will never see a day behind bars, in a jail cell, surrounded by the three walls and a cell, gates, metal, bars. He will never ever see a day behind bars. And that is what is so sad. He shut the country down. He made up rules on the spot. He would say things in public, say things on the camera when the cameras were rolling, and he meant nothing. He didn't mean anything. But he would, as an example, he would say, oh, when they'd ask him, do people need to wear masks? He would say no. And then behind the scenes, he would say, yeah, we need to bring in masks. Right? It was a disgrace. He shut this country down with the intention of not only breaking the economy, not only ending people's work life, not only destroying the lives of children. This guy did this all on a premise off the back of destroying people, the citizenry in the United States and the world. And again, millions of people died, and this guy has no remorse whatsoever. I really want to end on a positive note, but it's kind of hard to do that. Look, if you don't believe anything I'm telling you, I would suggest you go and look it up and go watch Fauci himself in Congress and go and look at the questions that were asked of this man, and he wouldn't respond to a damn thing. Okay? This is Mengele, Joseph Mengele, the reincarnation of. And I would love to know, who knows, these people in government, they're like related to all of these different people throughout time that we don't know about. They are bloodlines, because there is no way that a person could possibly in any way call himself a doctor in good conscience. He may call himself a doctor, but he is nothing more than a bureaucrat, a suit. He is a baggage handler for the mafia. That's what he is. The disdain in which he has for humanity, it shouldn't be allowed. He shouldn't be allowed to ride off into the bloody sunset. He should not be allowed to do that. But he will. He will escape justice. And all these people that participated in the evil that he conjured up, they too will never see a day in hell. Unfortunately. On that note, I guess I'm out. And if you want to talk to me about it, I'm always willing to answer any question you might have.